We present results that compare the effectiveness of these different targeting mechanisms in two different scenarios. First, we evaluate the actual policy scenario faced by the government of Togo in September 2020, which involved distributing cash to 60,000 beneficiaries in Togo's 100 poorest cantons. The first scenario is evaluated using data collected in a large phone survey we designed for this purpose and conducted in September 2020. The ground truth measure of poverty in this first scenario is a proxy means test, as consumption data could not be feasibly collected in the phone survey. The proxy means test is based on a stepwise regression procedure described in Supplementary Methods, Section 3, which captures roughly 48% of the variation in consumption. Thus, for the first scenario focused on the rural novice program, all targeting methods are evaluated with respect to this proxy means test. The phone-based machine learning model is similarly trained using the proxy means test as ground truth. Second, we simulate and evaluate a more general and hypothetical policy scenario in which the government is interested in targeting the poorest individuals nationwide. This scenario is evaluated using national household survey data collected in person by the government in 2018 and 2019. The second simulation uses consumption as the ground truth measure of poverty. These data are described in the methods section. Data sources and details on the evaluation are in the methods section, targeting evaluations. In the first scenario focused on reaching the poorest people in the 100 poorest cantons, we find that the phone-based approach to targeting substantially reduces errors of exclusion, true poor who are mistakenly deemed ineligible, and errors of inclusion, non-poor who are mistakenly deemed eligible, relative to the other feasible approaches to targeting available to the government of Togo. Figure 1A and Table 1, columns 3 to 6. We focused on the ability of each targeting method to reach the poorest 29% in each of the two survey datasets, as the rural expansion of Novice only had sufficient funding to provide benefits to 29% of individuals in eligible geographies. Extended data tables 1, 2 evaluate performance using alternative poverty thresholds. Using a proxy means test as a measure of true poverty status, phone-based targeting under area under the curve, AUC equals 0.7, outperforms the other feasible methods of targeting rural novice aid. For example, area under the curve equals 0.59 -0.64 for geographic blanket targeting. As a result, errors of exclusion, defined as one recall, are lower for the phone-based approach, 53%, than for feasible alternatives, 59% to 78%.